Robbie, FA Cup second round is finally upon us. Is this one that we've been looking forward to since we beat Notts County in that replay?
Well, we've had some important league games between those, the Notts County game and Sunday, but yeah, it's always nice, isn't it, to be in the FA Cup. The second round, home tie on TV, gets the team in a division higher, so it'll be very difficult, but we're aiming to be in the draw for the next round, exactly what Plymouth will be. So cup football does feel different. It's winner takes all, and we're going into it with a lot of confidence, but with respect to know that we're up against a very, very good team.
Yeah, and Plymouth, they've had an excellent start to the season and up there towards the top of the table. We probably couldn't have asked for a tougher tie, really.
No, at the time of the original draw, I think they were top of the league in League One, so it's the hardest possible game we could have got. But we want to put a performance on as well. You know, we're expecting a difficult game. I'm sure Plymouth are coming up here as well, and it's up to us to try and set some type of tempo to the game, try and be on that front foot. As I said, when we played Burnley in the Cup and Shrewsbury, all teams in high divisions, there will be difficult moments, without a doubt, on Sunday. And those difficult moments are the moments that I ask the players to stand up and be counted. And if we can do that, we know we've got good players, and the added extra of being on TV, hopefully we can put on a good performance for everyone to see. You
mentioned in the last round, obviously, the importance of the fact this is a knockout competition. How do you approach Sunday's game?
Similar to how we approach every game. The work on the training pitch is the same. We work in and out of possession, the tactical element of how we want to approach it. So obviously, exactly what you say, if the draw would take us into a replay, it wouldn't be a bad result for us, but we're looking to win it. And you know, that doesn't sound it's not an easy task, but with the players that we've got, we feel that we're in good form, and we're looking forward to it. But it's going to be a very difficult game against a Plymouth team that are flying high.
Yeah, you talk about Plymouth flying high. We ourselves have had an excellent run of form of late. We're unbeaten in our last 8 league fixtures. That must give ourselves huge confidence coming into this game as well. Yeah,
it does, and it's confidence, and also, which is nice, a little bit of frustration that we haven't turned some of those draws into wins. And I think that frustration can drive you to get better. It's, you know, some of those draws were good points, some of them should have been 3 points without a shadow of a doubt. But what it does mean is we're doing a lot of good things on the pitch. We're working ever so well in and out of possession at the moment, and if we can just take some of those chances, and I'm talking about throughout the team, every player has got to contribute. Set players, midfielders need to contribute, wing backs need to make sure that they're assisting and scoring as well as the forward players. So if we can get that throughout the team, then we think we've got a good chance of having some success this year.
In terms of it being on TV, is that something you've spoken about to the players this week, or do you try and put it to one side?
I haven't really. You know, they've obviously been used to playing on TV in the past, some of them it might be the first games. I think it's something to embrace. You know, it's one of those things where we can showcase our talent, showcase how good a team we think we can be. If I was a player on Sunday, I'd want to take that challenge head on and not be afraid of it. So you've just reminded me it may be worth a chat with the players tomorrow about that, but I don't see it being a problem. It's, like I say, it's something that we should all be really pleased and looking forward to.
I think you said after the weekend as well, it's a great opportunity for the club to showcase itself on TV, and that's quite exciting for everyone. Yeah,
take away the football sort of side of it in the team. And again, I don't want to go over old news, but what we've been through as a club has been difficult, and there's an awful lot of people, too many to mention, that deserve the plaudits for where we are. So it'll be good to do that. I know we're hoping for a decent sized crowd, and we want to give them a performance that, win, lose or draw, they'll come away saying that we did our best and they enjoyed what we did.
You said you want to win this game. Is that one eye not right this moment, but there's always mindful at the third round that the bigger teams come in and there's a huge opportunity potentially awaits in the future? Yeah,
I mean, we don't get too far ahead of ourselves, but it goes without saying we want to win the game, exactly what Plymouth want to do. And the added advantage this time is you do go into the third round draw, so we know there's a hell of a lot of work to be done to get there. if we're fortunate enough and we have a bit of lady luck, and we do, then obviously the big teams come in. But we're not thinking that far ahead. It's obviously a motivation to get into the next round, of course it is, and we'll use it as a motivation. But we've got a really good Plymouth team to try and deal with first.
And how's the squad looking ahead of the weekend? Is it a bit better than last week?
Yeah, so we've got a couple back. AD White's trained this week. Matty Dunn has had a full week's training. He was obviously on the bench against Exeter, but that was sort of in case of emergency, and been very well during the week. Jim McNulty trained today, so that's another experienced player back, which is fantastic for us. And we're obviously just missing the longer term ones. Alex Newby be touch and go. Probably just about misses out on this one, but we're hopeful for Hartlepool on Wednesday.
Has it been beneficial this week having no midweek game to give a couple of those players some extra time?
Yeah, so the players had a couple of days off after the Exeter game. Obviously with the game being on a Sunday, it gives us exactly the same build-up as what we would have later in the week. And it's sometimes just important to just try and switch off and get away from the training ground, get away from me. And the players have been really bright in training, so I'm sure if we get a good result they'll be saying it's because I wasn't barking at them from Monday through to Friday. But on a serious note, sometimes it's the only time we can really give them 2 days off together. I know it sounds daft. Next week our schedule goes crazy busy again. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to try and refresh, spend a bit of time at home with the family, but they've been coming back into training being really bright.